This is the official YouTuber apology tier list. I got 32 YouTube apology videos. I got apologies such as the infamous Logan Paul apology. We got new ones such as the David Dobrik apology. We got some old ones that you might have forgotten, such as the Sam Pepper apology. 32 YouTube apology videos. This is the ultimate tier list, and I'm gonna rank these 32 videos. As for my tiers, I got 6 tiers. The first tier is the good tier. This is for good, actually good YouTube apology videos. Ones that I think most people can accept and move on. Next, we got the average tier. These are for the videos that aren't bad, but they're not that great. The third tier is the cringe slash funny bad tier. So this is when we get to bad YouTube apology videos. They can either be cringy or they can be just funny to me. So that those videos would qualify for this tier. The fourth tier is the boring slash bad tier. These are for YouTube apology videos that can be bad or they're just boring. Like they could be decent, but they're just really boring that they didn't get to the point. So yeah, that's the fourth tier. The fifth tier is the ass cheeks tier. This is trash apologies. Absolute ass cheeks. And finally, the last tier is the iconic tier. These are for the apologies that when you think of the phrase YouTube apology video, you probably have that video in mind. If that phrase got its own definition in the dictionary, they would just show an image of that video. So those are my 6 tiers. These are our 32 videos that I'm going to rank. Let's get started. The first YouTube apology video we got here is the David Dobrik one. This one came out, this one's fresh. This came out about a week ago, I think. Or 2 weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago at the time of this recording. And I'm gonna put this one in the average tier. So there's a lot to unpack with this one. I think the apology video itself is not that bad, but this man literally is involved with actual crimes. He enabled pretty much sexual harassment and assault within his videos, from what I gather. One of his vlog squad members raped a girl and he knew about it. He had this abuse of power. He would lure girls to be in his videos, and they would say yes because it's David Dobrik. The man got money. The man has a lot of clout. So yeah, he should probably be in court right now, but push all that aside, this video I think is uh it's not that bad of an apology. Okay, our second video comes from Jenna Marbles. This was about a year ago or a year ago, I think. She's going in the good tier. She pretty much apologized for blackface and offensive jokes. She did these jokes around 10 years ago, and the apology is really good. She doesn't beat around the bush. She apologizes. She even shows what she did wrong in the video. And I think what really helps this apology video is that if you check her record, she hasn't done offensive content in years. So obviously she's changed. But yeah, that's a good one. That's a good apology video. Next, we got British James Charles over here. And this one has to go in boring. This was early 2016, I think, so 5 years ago. And if you don't remember, he did the infamous kidnapping my best friend prank. But this apology video, he basically apologizes for literally everything that people have been angry with him, such as he addresses fake pranks. He talks about how he would like harass girls within his videos, like touching them and stuff. And There's a couple funny lines in this video, but I think because it's 20 minutes and he just keeps rambling, it's more boring than funny bad. Like there's a line where he's like, "Imagine being called a rapist every day." Like that was just kind of funny to me. And yeah, he also addresses the kidnapping my best friend prank. And that video's hard to watch. If you don't remember, you could search it up. Be my guest. It's such a stupid video. But yeah, our next YouTuber is Brooke. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm gonna be honest, so I'm gonna just call her Brooke. Brooke Houts. It's Houts. So I apologize if I got that wrong. I literally did no research on her as a person. I just knew about the situation when it happened. So her apology is ass cheeks. And also, this picture is of her, but not of the apology video. So I got the wrong picture. But anyways, she abused her dog and she forgot to edit it out of her vlog or whatever video she was making. This video is really just horrible. It's ass cheeks. It's trash. She begins saying thank you, like just thank you for starting a conversation with me. It's like you're not thankful that you got caught. Stop the cap. Next, she says, I'm sorry if you're offended. I don't think that's the problem. People aren't offended. People are were more worried about her dog. Is her dog in an abusive environment? And that video where she hit her dog showed that that dog kinda was. Our fifth YouTube apology video comes from Laura Lee, and I think everyone knows this one's going in the iconic tier. The fake tears, the just overly emotional voice, and the classic racist tweets being her main controversy. This just checks everything, checks all the boxes for a typical YouTube apology video. And it's just worse than ass cheeks. It's iconic. Literally nothing else to say for Laura Lee. Next, we got Tana Mojo, and this is her N-word apology. I'm pretty sure if I remember. And this one I'm kind of torn. I want to put it in iconic just because she's been in a lot of controversies, and this is probably her most famous apology. But I don't think it was super mainstream like this Laura Lee one was. You know what? I'm gonna put it in iconic. If you're on the YouTube space, you know who Tana Mojo is, and you've probably seen or heard this apology video. So yeah, it was about the N-word, and it's not a good apology. And I think what makes it worse is that she continues to be in controversies, so it just lessens her being sorry, if you know what I mean, over time. But yeah, really nothing else to say for that one. Okay, next we got Rice Gum. This one is an old one. Both this one and the Ten Emoja, these are from years ago. I think this one was 2017 though. This apology is ass cheeks. And if you notice, I have two Rice Gum apology videos. The other one is more known. This one you might not know about. And part of the reason why is because he uploaded it on his second channel. He tried being sneaky. That in itself is just horrible. That in itself would already put it in the bad tier. It could have been a good apology, but why are you hiding it? So the reason why it's an ass cheeks is because the apology itself is really bad. So half the video, it's 10 minutes. He apologizes, and the other half is him going after Onision, who's the YouTuber that kind of brought this controversy to light. And the controversy itself, he was on stream. He had a girl who got raped talk to him on stream. She was telling her story, and then he said he asked her the question, "Did it feel good though? Did the rape feel good?" It was a bad joke. This apology video was really bad. He sounded like he could care less, like it was forced. But yeah, and I acknowledge in the video he calls up the girl just to show everyone that they're good, but just he sounded so fake in that too. And he even acknowledges that too. He's like, my voice probably sounded fake there. You probably think that, but I don't really care. So yeah, there's a lot of problems with this apology video. It should have been like 2 minutes, just say I'm sorry and move on instead of trying to expose another YouTuber. Alright, next we got PewDiePie. This one's good. This is a good apology. It's 2 minutes long. He just apologizes. He doesn't make any excuse. I think everyone knows about this controversy, but he pretty much said the N-word, hard R, on stream. Our next YouTuber that made an apology video is the man Jake Paul. And this one, it's I'm torn if it should go in funny bad slash cringe or ass cheeks. I think I'm gonna put it in ass cheeks. So, this was 2017. He puts an apology video in the at the end of his vlog. So the video itself is not even fully an apology video. And he apologizes for making diss tracks on his brother Logan and for creating the It's Everyday Bro song. Honestly, I think I'm gonna upgrade it to cringe slash funny bad. The main reason why is because I thought it was funny. Two, he puts his dramatic music. Like it was just really just low key, just stupid, and it made me laugh. And another reason why I'm gonna put it here is because I don't really feel that he needed to apologize for those things. The It's Everyday Bro song. I mean the song is ass, but you don't have to apologize for that. And then for the Logan thing, he could have just apologized to his brother personally. I thought that was just for entertainment, these diss tracks, but since he made this apology video, I guess it was kind of real. I don't really watch the Paul brothers, so I didn't follow that drama too closely. There was people actually hyped for these diss tracks. The only diss tracks I would watch were the Rice Gum ones. But anyways, yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add to this one. It's a stupid apology and it's really unnecessary, but here we are. It was uploaded. And now it's on my tier list. Next, we got the Fine Brothers, and this one has to go in iconic. This was one of the first major apology videos to receive a lot of backlash, and I think this was 2016. If you don't remember, they wanted to copyright the word react, I think, and they wanted to make their react show, they wanted to trademark it, copyright it, so that if you wanted to make a React show or channel similar to their style, you would be in legal problems unless you got like a license or something from them. So obviously there's a lot of issues with that copywriting the word React when there's a whole shit ton of React channels on YouTube. So yeah, this video is really bad. This apology is trash. One of the main reasons is because their tone, they sound like sort of frustrated with why people are angry and they try to justify and explain their reasoning for their actions. But the reason why I don't put in ass cheeks and why this video is iconic is because they lost like over 1 million subscribers. They lost the most amount of subscribers until the whole James Charles stuff happened a couple years later. And they're the reason why those subscriber count live streams were created in the first place because people were watching the Fine Brothers channel go down in subs, and soon after that situation, whenever there was a whole mass unsubbing of a channel, these live stream channels would be right on it. So yeah, thank you, Fine Brothers, for being the reason why those live streams were created. It created a bond in the comments and those chats. But yeah, moving on, we got a double header. We got back-to-back Jeffree Star apology videos. So this first one is from 2019. This was, I believe, his Never Doing This Again apology, which is ironic because he had to apologize again. So this one I think was pretty boring. He apologizes to James Charles. This was after he, Tati, and I think Shane tried exposing James Charles, and then it kind of backfired on them, so he had to apologize for that. This video was pretty boring. As for his newest apology, this was a couple months ago. This one has the potential for iconic just because of the whole background. He's literally on a gold bed slash couch with the pink robe. This is gonna be iconic status in a couple years, but it's so fresh that it goes in the ash cheeks tier. And this is after Tati released this video. If you don't know who Tati is, she's a beauty channel, and she was involved with the whole exposing James Charles drama. Anyways, Tati released a video saying that pretty much James Charles and Shane were orchestrating this drama. They pushed her to release that video exposing James Charles, and they were the mastermind and she was the puppet. And he basically apologizes to James, I think, again, and he just addresses this whole thing. The reason why it's into ass cheeks, I think this could have been maybe more in the cringe tier, or maybe even average, but the reason why it's in ass cheeks is because he brings up Black Lives Matter, and he brings up people who've died to the police, such as Breonna Taylor, and it's like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you using these people to shield you? It's just so weird. He randomly brings it up in the middle of the video. This should have just been a 5-minute apology, but it was not. It was more than 10 minutes, of course. And yeah, this one's ass cheeks. Next YouTuber to have made an apology video is Leafy is Here. And this was a good apology. If you don't remember this, a couple years ago, he made a video making fun of an autistic YouTuber. And at the time of him making that video, I believe he didn't know that the YouTuber was autistic. And I think most people know who Leafy is. If you don't remember, or if you just didn't know who he was a YouTuber to kind of just make fun of random people. So it wasn't him picking on the YouTuber because he was autistic. He was just picking on him because that's what his content was. But yeah, the apology itself was 2 minutes. He doesn't beat around the bush, no excuses, and he owns up to his mistake. And if I remember, the YouTuber Tommy NC, who was affected by this, by his video, accepted the apology. So moving on, we got what I what I think everyone considers the most famous apology video. This is the most iconic YouTube apology video. That's the Logan Paul banger. This video has so many lines that are just iconic. They're just bangers. I got a severe and continuous lapse of my judgment. That's a banger intro to an apology video. Honestly, looking back at this video, because I watched it yesterday, I tried watching all of the videos yesterday before I recorded this video. I don't think this apology video is that bad. I don't think it's ass cheeks. It's not boring because it's short, and I wouldn't say I cringed or Maybe it would be in the cringe tier if this video wasn't that iconic. But this one has to go in the iconic tier. And if you don't remember, he filmed a dead body in his vlog. So I think that's what makes this apology, like why people consider it bad. It's just how do you apologize for literally leaving that in your video and just laughing at that dead body within that same video? Yeah, that's a hard situation to get yourself out of, and he somehow did it, and everyone's fine with him. Moving on, we got FaZe Jarvis. This is definitely going to the cringe tier. He apologized for uploading or it was either him uploading a video or streaming himself hacking in Fortnite. And this video is cringe, and it's also kind of hilarious because he's basically crying to the developers of Fortnite Epic Games to unban him. Yeah. Yeah. What a world we live in where we got an apology video for hacking in Fortnite. Here we are. Moving on. This is another gaming community related apology video. This comes from T Martin. This is for his CSGO gambling website that he pretty much advertised to kids because his audience is mostly 13-year-olds. Yeah. This one is Ass Cheeks. I think hmm I don't think I consider this one iconic. This one is probably the most iconic video that's not in the iconic tier. But man, I feel like if you're not in the gaming community, you probably this scandal flew by you if you don't watch gaming videos. Yeah, the video itself is bad because he uses his dog for sympathy at the beginning. It's honestly it kind of sounded like he wasn't even really apologizing. It's just kind of weird. This was a weird one. This one's also an ass cheeks bit one too. Yeah, moving on. All right, next up we got J Station, and this one I have to put in the ass cheeks tier. I think this apology could have been higher if it didn't come from him. It could have been the same exact video, but a different YouTuber. This probably could have been boring or average. So pretty much he apologized for for faking his girlfriend's death, and after he pulled this stunt on YouTube, his girlfriend ended up dumping him. And he also apologized, if I remember, for all the stupid videos he created. If you don't know or remember Jay Station, he was the YouTuber that would do the Ouija board at 3 a.m. to meet a dead celebrity videos. And most of the time, whenever a celebrity died, he would make a video on them like 2 days later. Yeah, he just he's been doing those videos for so long, and he's barely apologizing now, which is the main problem I have is that this apology doesn't feel genuine. It feels like him feeling like he had to do it and not that he wanted to do it. So yeah, this is an ass cheeks apology. Next, we got Daddy05. This is also an ass cheeks apology. They're the family vloggers that were abusing their kids within their vlogs. We got two abusers in this tier list so far. We got a dog abuser and we got a child abuser. This apology was a couple minutes long. The major thing I didn't like about this apology was that they were using their kids to sort of shield them in this video. Like they were like, we want to keep doing this because our kids love doing this, but this situation is gonna kind of hold us back now. And then they were like, but our kids love making these videos, so we didn't see it as a problem. Yeah, it's just they weren't really apologizing. If we're being honest, they weren't really apologizing. They're only apologizing because someone, well, that someone is Philip DeFranco, who exposed them to the rest of the YouTube population. Yeah, I don't think they were genuine. Anyways, next we got Shane Dawson. This one was about a year ago. These last three were all pretty recent. I think the Daddy of Five one was 2019, but J Station and then Shane Dawson were 2020. I gotta put this in ass cheeks too. I think the Shane Dawson will become iconic. It already has 20 million views, but it's a little fresh, which is the only reason why I'm not putting it in iconic yet. This and the Jeffree Star can be an iconic soon. Honestly, even T Martin, I just think more people need to know about that situation for this one to become iconic. But anyways, he pretty much apologized for his entire past, from his racist content, his racist humor, his child pedophilia jokes that he would consistently make. And if you don't remember, just as an example, if you the Smiths, Jaden Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and if you don't know who Jada Pinkett Smith is, that's Will Smith's wife. They called out Shane, if I remember, because Shane had a video, a clip of him just kind of just jerking it to a picture of Willow Smith, and she was like 13 in that picture. So yeah, the main reason why this is an ass cheeks is because he kind of gave a lot of justification for his actions. He kind of blamed it on his childhood, and I I know that w- sometimes your childhood can affect you in ways that will change your personality for the worse, but I don't think I think he should have just manned up and just been like, yeah, that was me, you know. Next, we got Rice Gum again. This man just doesn't know how to make an apology video. This is another ass cheeks. This one was more recent. This was 2019, I think. He apologized for promoting this mystery box gambling site to, again, kids. His audience is mostly teenagers. And the reason why this video is bad is he doesn't really ever apologize. Instead, he throws a bunch of other YouTubers who are promoting the same website under the bus with them, saying, "Hey, it's not just me, look at them too." When that's irrelevant, he should have just apologized and say, "I won't do this again," you know? It could have been a quick video, but it was another 10-minute video. A lot of these apology videos, you notice, are over 10 minutes for that extra watch time. Yeah, this is the full of BS. Oh, and one last thing is that at the end of his apology video, he throws up Amazon gift card codes to kind of bribe his viewers, like, "Oh, I'm giving back because I did this crappy thing." And I believe it was kind of exposed a little while after that those gift card codes were already used. So he didn't even give out real codes. He gave old used ones that I guess he had. So this video is actual trash. This apology is actual trash. Alright, our next YouTuber is Killer Keemstar, also known as Drama Alert. So this apology video, I'm gonna put it in average. I don't think this was a bad apology video, and just to summarize what his controversy was, he reported a story about a pedophile that he believed was currently streaming on Twitch. Pretty much, he was reporting that this pedophile is out free again. He's starting to stream RuneScape, and that could potentially lead him to get in contact with more kids. The problem was the RuneScape streamer that he showed in his report on his drama alert video was not the same guy as the pedophile, so he basically just called a random guy a pedophile. And that leads to people hating on this guy and sending this guy death threats. So just looking at the apology by itself without knowing anything else about Keemstar, I think this is an average apology. I don't think this is a bad apology. What makes I'm gonna leave my selection here, but what makes it kind of worse is that over the years, because this was 2016 or 2017, I think. But anyways, over the years, he has shown to kind of still be reckless with his reporting. He has gotten stories wrong since, and he likes to report about pedophiles, and a lot of the times, I shouldn't say a lot of the times, but sometimes whenever he calls a fellow YouTuber a pedophile, like that story ends up being wrong. So I want to put this in the bad tier because it's sort of aged poorly. And he's also done other bad things since then. But I'm gonna just leave it in the average tier. Just looking at this apology video on its own, it's not that bad. Next we got Dr. Mike. Um, I think this one is just kind of a bad. I don't think this apology is boring. It's pretty short. It's just a bad apology. The main reason why I put it here is because he uploaded it on his second channel instead of his main channel. And if you don't know who Dr. Mike is, he is literally a doctor, and he does a lot of video. He kind of blew up recently because he does a lot of videos talking about the coronavirus, like what to do, how to sort of be safe during this pandemic. And his controversy was he's a giant hypocrite, and he went to Miami and had a party on a boat, if I remember. This is a bad apology just because he kept justifying it. He went on a boat with people. There was he wasn't alone on the boat. He was with other people. It was a party in the middle of the pandemic. He preaches social distancing and let's get through this pandemic if everyone does their part and he doesn't do his part. So yeah, this is a bad apology. Next, we got a double header of James Charles. I'm actually going to do this one first. This one is older and is related to the uh, Tati, Jeffree Star, and Shane drama that I kind of mentioned earlier, where I said that Tati was sort of the puppet and Shane and Jeffree Star were the masterminds and they all tried to ruin James Charles's career. This apology, I'm hmm, I'm gonna say average. I honestly didn't have that many problems with it. Trying to remember, I don't think I had that many problems with it. This wasn't a video I remember in my head or like, yeah, this one was really bad. Yeah, he pretty much apologizes for what Tati said in her initial exposed video on him. Um, yeah, so now we got his newest apology video, which came out less than a week ago at the time of this recording. This is when he addresses the grooming and him talking to underage boys. So it turns out this part of the whole Tati Jeffree Star Shane drama was true because I remember in her video, in her initial exposed video, she kind of alludes to this of the way he's just a bad person to date. I guess would be the simplest way to say he turned straight guys. He tried to turn straight guys into gay guys, but the main problem here, I don't think he actually does that. But the main problem here is that he's flirting with underage boys. He's talking to like 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds. He's grooming them. So they weren't necessarily wrong. Tati wasn't necessarily wrong in pretty much alluding to that. This dude was sus in that aspect. Yeah. Ah, man, this one. I'm so I'm thinking. Oh, you know what? I think this is a bad one. Now that I'm starting to remember this one, there's just so many videos I have to remember. This one was a bad apology, and the main reason was he was basically saying, "I'm not gonna make any excuses, but here's my excuse." And his main excuse was that he didn't have a lot of dating experience growing up while he was a teenager. So then now that he's an adult, I guess now he's frequently dating. It's all new to him, so he's gonna act weird because this is a new experience for him. So yeah, this is a bad apology. I don't think it's um ass cheeks though. I think this is just a bad apology. This apology isn't boring either. This is just a bad apology. Next we got H2H2 Productions, Ethan and Hila. They released an apology video a couple of years ago because they took a hiatus from their main channel to focus on their podcast. And after they came back to their main channel, the first video they uploaded back was in a mobile game ad, if I remember. So that was crappy. But the apology itself was, it was decent. It was okay. And I think everyone has moved on because in the grand scheme of things on YouTube, this is probably one of the smallest controversies a YouTuber can have. But yeah, our next apology comes from Draco Malfoy after the crack addiction. And this apology goes in the ass cheeks tier easily. Easily. So, this YouTuber in this picture is Social Repose, and he dated another YouTuber named Jacqueline Glenn. He cheated on her in his apology video that wasn't even an apology video. He pretty much blames her, basically saying that, like, oh, she should have known what she was getting into. Basically calling himself like he's like a weirdo, like he's just impulsive, he just can't control himself. And apparently prior to her, he cheated on another girlfriend, and then after this controversy, he cheated on someone else. I don't know if that's true. I didn't really fact check that, but I saw a couple comments saying that. So yeah, this guy is just the worst. He's a crappy human being. I don't know why people watch him. And I think Leafy over here made a video making fun of Social Repose. So thank you, Leafy, for that. Next, we got the third and final Jeffree Star apology that I have on this tier list. This one was called Racism. He was apologizing for his racist past. This one, I'm gonna say it was kind of boring. This one was kind of boring, yeah. It was 15 minutes long. He kept just like I guess excuses, pretty much saying that he had not such a great childhood that probably led to him being angry a lot in his early 20s, his young adult days that led him to say words that he shouldn't have back in the day. It's dumb. Again, Stop with the excuses in apology videos. Just own up to it. I know he's apologized a billion times previous to this video. He's done it on social media, but pushing all that aside, the video itself, because I'm trying to rank these apologies based on the video alone, the video itself is just boring. This is a boring video. Okay, next we got Zoella, and I think this one was just a bad apology. I don't want to put in the ass cheeks tier because I don't think it deserves to be on the same level as a Brook or a Rice Gum or a Social Repos. Yeah, this was just a bad one apology, and also her controversy again. I mean, it is bad, but it's not as crazy as some of these other ones. But pretty much, she released an advent calendar for £50, and when people got it, everyone realized they got a bunch of crap. Her advent calendar had candles, stickers, and confetti. And the real price of that calendar was probably more more around £10. That's probably what it actually was worth, the stuff she gave her fans. So she pretty much scammed her fans. Um, but in her apology, she kind of deflected a little, saying like it wasn't her choice to make it £50. And then she said other things like she was working on the advent calendar for a whole year. It's just a bad apology. All right, our final four YouTubers. Let's finish this tier list. So first I got Pokimane, who made an apology video a couple months ago, I think 7 months ago, and her apology, in my opinion, was average. This video is really memed a lot, and a lot of people seem to hate this. I literally never watched Pokimane, so I could care less about this whole situation she was in. But pretty much from what I gathered when I was sort of researching this controversy was that she would take down videos that criticized her. She would beef with YouTubers a lot, and she would make a lot of remarks just sort of related to that whole situation. Uh, so she apologizes for that, and then she apologizes for saying the N-word uh, a while ago in her past. It seems as if to be successful on YouTube slash Twitch, since she is primarily a Twitch streamer, is you had to have said that word as a teenager slash young adult. Because a lot of people who had this controversy, a lot of these YouTubers who had that controversy were young adults. They weren't even teenagers anymore. So that's interesting to think about. But yeah, nothing else for me to add. It wasn't that bad of an apology. I think a lot of people hate her, so they think it's like the worst apology. But I really can't put it on the level of a Social Repos or of a Sandpepper. That one was really boring. This one is sort of boring since I am not attached to this situation. I don't really care about the situation, but I think it was better than a Sandpepper, and it's definitely better than a Jake Paul. So yeah. Next we got Tana Mojo. Her second apology, right? This one is, I'm gonna say it's an ass cheeks. This one is pretty new. This is a 15-minute video and it's just rambling. I kind of zoned out while trying to watch this one. This one is just so boring. She doesn't say anything at all that I care about. It's just it's just really bad. Pretty much her controversy was again racism. I think she was racist to these black YouTubers. So yeah, she really has a lot of racism in her past. It's really concerning, and I think we're gonna end up finding more about her as time goes on. She's probably gonna have another racism apology next year. So yeah, but people still watch her. So what, I don't know what to say. Next we got Tati. Um, I think this one is easily the iconic one. This one has over 10 million views. This is the most famous beauty community apology, and this one was about um, her apologizing to James Charles and exposing Jeffree Star and Shane for basically forcing her to expose James Charles. The video itself, it's like um, fake being emotional. It's just fake, just 40 minutes long. It's just a whole lot. It's iconic. That's all I can say about that one. All right, finally we have the Ariadne, I think it's how you say her name, Juarez apology. And this one is an ass cheeks. This one kind of flew under the radar, and I think part of the reason why she's not that famous, she's not that popular YouTuber. The reason why I added her here is because I actually remember this one. I actually remembered when this controversy, when this situation happened. I believe she was like 19 or 20 or 18. I know she was an adult, and she was dating a 13-year-old boy, and she kind of embraced it. If I remember on Instagram, they would post pictures. If I remember correctly, because this was a while ago, I think. So she apologizes. She does this apology video with her mother, I think, which is just kind of odd, because then uh, you can tell the mom wasn't making this situation a big deal when it's literally illegal. It's a crime. You're dating a minor. What, like, you're a pedophile? Like, what's going on? Yeah, the reason why this apology is ass cheeks is not because of the situation. Obviously, that's really bad. It's because the apology itself was bad. She pretty much tried justifying it. I think she said age is just a number, just the classic line. And yeah, that's all I can say. It was really bad. And that's my tier list. We got through it. 32 YouTube apology videos. I know there's more. There's a lot more. And we will continue to receive more of these videos. It's literally its own genre now. Like the James Charles one came out less than a week ago. So we will definitely get more apologies. And I'll be here for them. And maybe if I can get another batch of at least 15, I'll do another tier list. I'll do a follow-up. I'll do a sequel. But until then, this is the official YouTuber apology tier list. What do y'all think? Leave in the comments down below your opinions. And yeah, like, subscribe, turn on the bell, and set the notifications for my channel. And I shall see you guys next time.